Had a lot of dudes on the show so far, right, folks? An awful lot of dudes. Well, good news, ladies. We got a lady comic. All right. This next lady is one of my favorite comics in town. She just got done doing the Funny Fiesta over here in Albuquerque. So give it up for the very funny, my buddy, Savannah.
I'm Savannah Holder. I am the DEI hire for the night. They asked for one woman so that you guys didn't think that this was a group project for a female anatomy class where no one studied where the clit is. I broke out. I'm sweaty, so I apologize for everyone in the splash zone. I am sweating profusely from nerves. But I will be talking a lot about my anatomy tonight, so buckle up, bitches. That's all I have to say about that. I do have a confession to make, though, talking about where the clit is. And my dad has a friend here tonight, an old colleague from the Air Force, so I apologize in advance. I won't point him out, but please don't tell my dad. I see several of you in here who kind of look like my dad, so I'm already nervous. But this is just a little secret just for you guys. It's not even a joke yet, but I think I have a micro clit. I'm like a Barbie down there. I don't even know where it's at for sure. I just get like a vibrator with a large surface area and put it down there and hope for the best. I don't know if you guys heard the dry rattle when I walked up here. Those were my ovaries. My biological clock is ticking. My grandma, this is the same grandma who has asked me to join a youth group to find a boyfriend. And I'm like, I'm not going to join a youth group. I don't want to be put on some kind of watch list. Like, I'm 30. And then this is also the same grandma who asked if I'd been through the change yet. So I was like, she's like, how old are you now? I was like 30, and she's like, have you been through the change? And I was like, either I'm a prepubescent teen or I'm going through menopause. Like, make up your mind, grandma. But yeah, my ovaries are like a dried husk in there. It's like a maracas in there, like just like a dry rattle. And speaking of my anatomy, I'm not from Albuquerque, but you would think I was because I stole the copper for my own IUD. And it was the best 4/10 of a cent I've ever made. I looked up, just for this joke, I looked up how much copper is in an IUD, not very much, and how the market price of copper, and it's like 0.004 cents. I was like, penny for your thoughts, that's worth less than half a thought, which is more thought than I put into that joke. But when I got my IUD, I was violently hungover. I had to stop and throw up red wine on the way there. It was a Saturday morning at Planned Parenthood. And yeah, I had a lot of gay guy friends, and we would have wine nights or alcoholism nights. And let me tell you, gay men can drink wine. I don't know. Yeah, I threw up at Planned Parenthood after they inserted it because it makes you nauseous, and I was already nauseous to begin with, hence the throwing up red wine on the way there. And I ended up, sorry, I just got distracted by that little note. But it says someone sucks, but it's not me, so we're good. I ended up toddling over to the biohazard bin with my pants still around my ankles and threw up because it was biohazardous. And that was one of my finest moments, sexiest moments, so that's why I'm here on stage telling you guys about it today. But when I get it out, I'm gonna spray paint it gold, frame it, and put a little plaque underneath, the IUD. That that says, "Our fallen soldier, thank you for your service." I thought that was a good one. And speaking of cervix, customer service at Starbucks has been fabulous lately. I have been searching for the best dirty chai latte in town. A dirty chai is when you have a shot of espresso in there. I like to order my dirty chais with 5 shots of espresso, and I call it a dirty little filthy whore slut chai. And they don't like that shit at all. Makes them super uncomfortable, and you can get HR called on you as a customer. Speaking of customer service, I know I look like a Karen in training. I look like I buy candles from Target, like scented like Picnic Breeze, and like I pronounce Target like Target. I know that's because my mom does that. Sorry, Mom, but the apple doesn't fall too far. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. But I am actually a basic white girl, and I am 30, so it's getting increasingly less cute to call myself a basic white girl, but I'm still doing it. I crave acidic foods like lemons and salt vinegar chips, pickles. So I think the pH of my body is literally basic. It's trying to do its homeostasis thing, which is not when you call the homies and see what's up or what state they're in. It's a science thing. I know Albuquerque doesn't have the best public school systems, but my theory is that, that it's doing its homeostasis thing, and it's the first time I've been above a 7 on any type of scales, the pH scale, so I'm like pretty pumped about it, actually. But speaking of scales and being numbers on them, I used to work at the jail at MDC. I was a certified pharmacy technician, so I would administer meds to the inmates. And let me tell you, I went from an Albuquerque 6 out of 10 to an MDC 12 out of 10 as soon as I crossed that threshold. Am I right, ladies? They loved me. They loved me. I know they wanted like pens or gum or fentanyl, like the basics, an Albuquerque special. I knew they were fishing for compliments, but my love language is words of affirmation. So I just took it with a grain of salt, or like one of those Himalayan salt rock lands, and I grew stronger and more powerful as an entity every time I crossed that threshold. Because I know what I look like. I know I'm built like the letter P or like an AirPod. I'm top heavy. It's okay. I think it's funny. I've come to terms with it. I'm just like an AirPod, white and expensive. And I get lost a lot as well. No sense of direction. But I started a race war at the jail one time, which was one of the most exciting... Sorry, no segue, we're just going to talk about it. It's one of the most exciting things that's ever happened to me. For some reason, it's a mystery, but for some reason the black guys at the jail really liked me. Who knows why. And it's probably because I have ample titty, I don't know. But this older black gentleman, he might not be a gentleman, he could have been in there for murder, who knows. But an older black man passed me a note once, and you're supposed to read them in the pod so that if it's like a love letter or something, you don't take it out. And this one time, he caught me slipping, so I took it out of the pod before reading it, and I opened it up, and I read it twice consecutively, and then I just memorized the entire thing because it was so iconic. But it reads as follows. Actually, I have it framed on my wall back home. So, it reads as follows. Girl, are you a marshmallow? Because you're so thick and white. I'll be milk chocolate, melting under you. I know, that's where it gets a little... melting under you, let's make a s'more. And then I'm like, wait, what's the graham cracker? Am I the graham cracker too? It turns out I was. And so he said, add me on Facebook. My name is XX King Pharaoh XX, which already seems a little redundant to me because Pharaoh means like God King. And this isn't important to the story at all, but some of the X's were lowercase and some were uppercase. So I just want you to get that visual like image in your head. And he said, pictures of me in a red sweatshirt with my granddaughter. So there's a lot to unpack in this note. I was like, and I didn't want to get fired for it. Joke's on me, I later got fired for being late, which I deserved. And I turned it in to the corrections officer. I was born in 1996, which is the year of the rat. That was a little improvisation that I kind of regret already. But I turned it in, and then the corrections officer yelled at the inmate in front of the whole pod, and then a Mexican guy jumped the black guy for disrespecting our healthcare workers. I didn't feel super disrespected. I was actually flattered. And then the black guy started jumping all the Mexican guys in retaliation, and all I know is I wasn't allowed in that pod anymore. So that's my modern Helen of Troy story. Wars have been fought over all this beauty, I know. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I have been on dating apps before and I should have been naturally selected a few times now. I don't know, what is it about like you date one psychopath and then all of a sudden you're known as the woman who dates psychopaths? Like what is up with that? It's a little unfair. But I'm kind of worried that I'll have an ex show up on the news and he'll like go all Ted Bundy and start killing women who look like me. If anyone knows their true crime in here, you know that's the case. And all I have to say about that is those poor homely bitches. No. That's me. But if I can start race wars in jail, I feel like I could inspire a serial killer, right? I feel like that's not that far. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I've been Savannah Holder.